And we're live. Hello and welcome to the 211th week of Hex Therapy Live. I'm your host, Maddie Allen, and I've got a great show for you tonight. It's going to be a short one because I am literally moving to Texas today. Tonight, I'm driving there. I'm going and getting the job done. I've had enough of living in a oppressive blue state, and there's tax advantages and all kinds of stuff. Not to mention the fact that there are so many amazing people that I've met in Texas, and I think the values really align with that of crypto and that of this audience and myself. So yeah, super excited for that to happen. You got to get all your ducks in a row in order to like officially and legally move out of somewhere. So it might be like a multi-day process and that sort of thing. But yeah, I'm on my way, and I'm making the announcement. In crypto, you don't always tell people exactly where you live, but the idea, yeah, that I'm going to be moving out of the Midwest is exciting. And don't worry, I'll be bringing the DeLorean with me and getting it a fitting Texas license plate. In fact, I know there's like 1 or 2 days out of the year that Texas lets you add like an extra letter. And fun fan fact or whatever, in the movie Back to the Future, they spell out of time, or they spell out of time on the license plate, which doesn't fit on a California license plate, but they did it anyway. Basically violating the fact checking that could occur. But they wanted that license plate so bad. So who knows? I don't know if somebody in Texas already has out of time, but that strangely does fit on those like 2 days out of the year that they let you add an extra letter to your license plate. Fun facts about Texas. Hey, maybe you guys will learn so much about it along with me that other people will want to move there too. But for me, I can tell you that out of the 40 cities that Crypto Sparbach toured for the original HEX tour back in 2020 and 2021, out of all the 40 cities across the United States that they went to, and I went to 6 of them, there was no greater attendance than the meetup that we had in Texas. And yeah, so that's a really good sign that there are lots of Hexicans, lots of people who are long-term minded that are living in that area of the country and respect like the rights of freedom and sovereignty and free speech and all that good kind of stuff. So that's pretty cool. And what do we have for like our weekly roundup in terms of like what's been going on in crypto? Well, things continue to look really good for Bitcoin and Ethereum and Richard Heart tickers. Crypto has a really bright future for the next year or two because of the political changes of it going from being persecuted to being more accepted. We've had Bitcoin and Ethereum start to trade on the stock market. Even XRP got approved for having a stable coin or something through New York, which is super anti-crypto. So we're seeing these major changes. We're seeing the Trump family like promising to be pro-crypto, even when Donald Trump was with Jim Cramer and JD Vance today on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange to like ring the bell. They said something about crypto. They said, that they're going to make sure that the U.S. is number one in crypto and AI, et cetera. And so that's particularly exciting and good stuff. And yeah, people have put together that the hat came before my final decision to move to Texas. I was considering a number of places. I was considering New York. I was considering Tennessee and St. Louis. I was considering Las Vegas, but yeah, Texas won, at least for now. So that's pretty cool. There's major oh, I was going to say there's good energy in Texas, but yeah, there's a whole energy grid, gold reserve, your own stock market. Right on, right on. Um, cool, cool. Yeah, so maybe once I get established, I'll speak more about like what city I'm in and stuff. You guys just, follow along and all that kind of stuff. But right now we're narrowing it down to Texas. Like I said, if you're in crypto, you shouldn't tell people exactly where you live, but it'll if you're in a big city, then usually it's pretty safe to like say where. Um, yeah, but with that being said, there's a lot of really good stuff, on the horizon for crypto, specifically in the RH ecosystem. There's rumors that gatekeeping might stop. The founder of Binance, which is the largest exchange in the world, known as CZ, he followed your friend Sami recently, and there was another Binance representative asking about the pegging and the P-DAI stablecoin story and everything, which we've covered at some length recently on the channel. But yeah, there's all kinds of like really exciting stuff happening. You've also got the Richard Hart court case against HEX and PulseChain and PulseX. I'm expecting that we'll hear from the judge by the end of this month. And so, maybe at most the beginning of next month. And of course, the beginning of next month, we're going to have the HEX conference online, hexconference.com, which this will be our fifth year that I've put this on. And we'll have the invitations go out as soon as I can in the next week to have speakers sign up to speak. And in the past 3 years, at least, in the past 3 years, we've had over 100 speakers at the conference online. And so that spans over 4 days, January 6th through 9th. And that's also been like a boost to the community, a boost, many years it's a boost to the price, and it just raises awareness. And it's one of those traditions that, hasn't, hasn't failed us yet. So that's pretty cool. And also the last time that Richard Hart spoke live was at the HEX conference 2 years ago now. So just really, really exciting to be able to put that on and to have the community come together. All right, fine. You guys got me. It's Austin. I'm going to Austin, Texas. Gosh, I couldn't keep a secret for more than 8 minutes. You guys got me. There you go. What's up, Eco Builder? Good to see you there. Howdy, neighbor. That's right. Yeah, another amazing day to be alive. So hearing about like the Richard Hart court case, that should be good. We already have maximum gatekeeping, so like any falling of the gatekeeping, that would be incredible. What else? Politics is in our favor. Let me see if there's anything else I've commented on here. I mean, just in general. So, okay, another super bullish thing. Your friend Sami did a live stream for his first time the other day with like the community, and I joined in, and thanks to Saint Wolf, I was able to post that onto this channel, like three and a half hours of it or so. And there was a lot of game theory that we talked about that you nerds, that us nerds are going to be really into. And so if you didn't catch that live stream, it's on my channel. It was broadcast yesterday, and I can't tell you enough. Like, that's where it's at. That's where the alpha is. Like, there was overflowing unlimited alpha that Sami and I got into, and it was even a little bit more concrete than the overflowing alpha that happened when Dipcatcher and I got on a roll on the 24-hour live stream. But those are both, like, if I had to go back to any of the streams, like in terms of like new ideas or ideas that are cutting edge and stuff, at least that that come to mind. And then, of course, we always have, I mean, we've had like, I don't know, 50 speakers on this channel in the past like couple months. And like, it's all been quality content. And like, me streaming for 24 hours straight probably like put me in a brain dead state, at least part of it, to where I didn't keep track of everything that we can brag about. But you guys know who your favorite speakers are, and they've all been popping up and creating content. And so I don't want to diminish that. Um, let's see what else. What else do we have? Let's see. Yeah, I mean the whole PDI thing. You guys have been following that on Sami's channel, but this idea that you know that's the strongest. That's the strongest organic participation that we're seeing. That's like the speculative stickiness that we're seeing on PulseChain is worth pointing out. But other than that, I was at that California event, like trying to meet David Sachs, and I've been like throwing myself all across the country. Literally, a week and a half ago, I was doing a 24-hour live stream for Hex's birthday in New York City. And then I was back in Illinois in the Midwest. Like a few days later, I drove back. And then I flew last weekend to San Francisco so I could go to the All In Christmas party. And I've been keeping up with like the twice weekly live streams and everything. So yeah, like I'm just going full bull mode here, and I know that other people are too. So shout out to everybody who's showing up and getting involved. Texas will do you good, Maddie. Congrats. Hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, great stream to check out from before. Um, let's see. Why is a P USDC mooning as well? What did I miss reading about it? I think that's also like a stable coin that people can speculate on. And I think that there might be some like redeemability within like the DAI contracts, like the Maker DAO contracts, which is why it might also be performing well. But that creates an incentive as the world's largest airdrop of PulseChain for exchanges to list us eventually, or for people to participate. Now, I will say, as an alpha drop today, that just because centralized exchanges hold a PulseChain coin does not mean that they have to list PulseChain. I still think having the judge dismiss the case based on jurisdiction, or the SEC getting in February, getting a change of leadership, and them, basically throwing the case out, dropping it. Something like that is a really important piece of the puzzle that would help a centralized exchange listing, because centralized exchanges are already like under the government thumb so much. They're like Binance, the CEO of Binance went to jail for 4 months. Coinbase's CEO, Brian Armstrong, is also like shutting down accounts all the time for bureaucrats. So there you go. But what I'm saying is, even if there is value there, and even if the exchanges don't list us, they can always recover coins that are on a chain that they don't support. So that's really important. Like, remember, in your bullishness, which is much deserved, like the idea that exchanges have to list us in order to give us our forked copies is not true. They can give you your copy of something for a chain that they choose not to support. Like, that happened with BSV, which is Bitcoin Satoshi's vision. And it helped with like some other stuff that they've unlisted or never listed. So That doesn't mean that they won't do the right thing and list us and like all that good kind of stuff. But I'm just saying it's not a guarantee that, if the copies, if the P copies have value and the exchanges hold them, that then that automatically means that they have to support PulseChain. But I hope they will support PulseChain and it's the right thing to do. And there's like social pressure mounting. You see everybody on Twitter in existence getting ratioed by Dr. Hexologist, by your friend Sami, and other people. And that's really important. Everybody that's hitting the like button whenever we're pointing out gatekeeping online, like that's making a big difference. So that rocks. And that's another one of the puzzle pieces that will allow the gates to fall. Thanks, Melly Mel. Fox Mulder, enjoying the no state income tax. That's right. Yeah, I got to, shut down all my affiliations with Illinois over the next week, and then it'll count moving forward. Safe moving, sir. Thanks, Jerry. Yeah, I think I'll be able to do it in 2 trips here. So yeah, I got my work cut out for me, but I'm trying to lead by example that you're allowed to move states, and you can not have to pay so much in taxes legally, and you can go somewhere where freedom of speech and freedom of movement and freedom of all that good kind of stuff, freedom to sign, all that stuff is better supported. So do you know the timestamp of where RH spoke? If you go to hexconference.com, you could probably look at a schedule that's posted there. But if I remember correctly, I think he was like 2 or 3 hours in to day 4 of the conference. So you would go to, you'd actually have to look back for a previous year, but all of them are listed on hexconference.com. It'll take you to a playlist, and you just go back. Instead of last year, 2024, you're going to go to January 9th of 2023. And that's the 4th day of the conference that Richard spoke at. If it wasn't exactly at hour 2, it would have been at hour 3. And he was on for like 3 hours, I think, or more, maybe like 4 hours, something like that. It was pretty sweet. And it's posted on his channel and on my channel, I believe. If you find it on hexsearch.io, it would be on his channel only, but let me see. I could probably find it super quick. Because I also have, boom, I already found it. Because I have these, oh, here, I literally have the link to go exactly to when Richard Hart started speaking that fast. Boom. That's pretty funny. Yeah, right at hour 2 and some change. Yeah, boom. That's funny. There you go. And that's how you like create a timestamp within a link. It's like the video link, and then it's the ampersand t equals, and then the thousands of seconds with an S on the end, as seen on the screen. There you go. So yeah, with that being said, I don't know, we're like 20 minutes in, and hopefully, I gave you your alpha for the day and then some. And I don't know, maybe on this 12-hour drive, maybe I'll light up some Twitter spaces. So follow me on X. If you don't already, it's x.com/MATI all in. And you can find my other socials at mati.pls.fyi. And here's a nice little piece of like Hex Therapy Live for you guys. I was talking to one of my friends, actually one of my best friends, who and the person who first introduced me to the idea of Bitcoin before I was smart enough to buy it, and back when it was like, a couple $100 or something. But I was talking to my friend, and we were talking about the psychology of making profit in crypto. And he was telling me that he had just recently, for the first time ever, bought on a red candle intentionally in order to master the emotion of fear. And I've always said on this channel, and so I'll remind you that in order for you to be able to profit from crypto, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to master the emotions of both fear and greed. And the way that I recommend doing that is by getting familiar with the emotions, by practicing ahead of time, before you're buying the low for the 4-year cycle and before you're selling the high for the 4-year cycle. Like, you can practice by taking a small amount of money, maybe like $20, and practicing buying on a red day if you've never done that before intentionally. And then you can practice selling $20 on a green day. And selling on a green day is something that he had never intentionally done in order to practice mastering the emotion of greed. And so that's what I was recommending that he do at some point. And he's super into XRP, which is like, having its heyday now. So, respect to the pump and everything. For me, I'm back to onboarding family and friends into PulseX and PHEX the most. And, maybe a little bit of Ethereum too, but like mostly PulseX and PHEX, because I think that this is one of those moments in crypto history where, where I see a super bright future, and I see more people being able to join in the future than can join now. Not financial advice, take responsibility for your own actions. But that bit of advice, that even if you have thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars in crypto, it might benefit you to practice with an amount of money that's non-zero, that makes you feel something, to practice the emotional regulation that it takes to buy on a red day when it's really red, and to sell on a green day when it's really green. And maybe that's something that will feel completely normal to you. And then you know that you're ready for when the real top and bottom happen. Or maybe that will feel super strange to you and confusing emotionally. And then it's something that you can practice more than one time in order to master the emotion and increase your emotional awareness, which allows you to increase your emotional management. If you're not aware of something, you can't manage it when it comes to emotions. So that's what it comes down to. I've been onboarding with 0x Coast and Old Glory Bank. Yeah, I love both of those. Yeah, next will be alligator skin boots. Yeah, safe travels. Thanks. What's up, y'all? You've been grinding. Much appreciated. My pleasure. Yep. Awareness and mindset. That makes a difference. So with that being said, you got your dose of alpha and Hex Therapy live. I see 369 people watching live, usually 1,000 or 2,000 on the replay. Unless I talk about PDI, and then it's like 3,000. So, or close to 4. So there you go. Hopefully this was helpful. Hit the like and subscribe button on the way out. Until next time, stake wisely, my friends, and peace out.
It's from Maddie Allen of Hex Therapy Live. I like Maddie. Maddie tries to make the world a healthier place. He's a mental health professional. He's done research.
Big videos on sudden wealth syndrome.
There's nothing that a human being could do better than try and heal his fellow man.
Maddie Allen's got that covered. He does emotional, feel-good, mind management, emotion stuff, like, as his gig, because he's a therapist. That's what he does for a living. Like, he helps heal people.